Hello, everyone. We've gotten some great feedback from everyone that's been using this app, and one idea that was presented was maybe it'd be useful to have some instructional videos on how to perform certain lifts and what the current dogma is. And so we decided to give it a shot. And what better way to start than with the bench press? It's the first exercise everyone learns to do when they hit the gym. So to get started, let's go to the whiteboard. So let's distill the bench press down to three key things that we'll keep in mind. To begin with, number one, contact points. So in this cartoon bodybuilder, the three contact points would be first, the shoulders, the top of the shoulders with the bench, the butt to the bench, and then the feet firmly on the floor. How does this look on a human? So we have here shoulders touching the bench, the butt hitting the bench, and then the last point is the feet touching the ground. And then just another quick example on somebody who's not wearing jeans. By having a position like that, you automatically create an arch, shown here. And what this will do is actually decrease the amount of distance that the bar is going to have to travel. Because you can imagine if this person was laying flat, the bar would have to travel much further down, shown here. And less distance to travel means less work to do, which means we can lift more weight and we can press more people. Okay, next point. Yes, the bar path is not straight. So what do I mean by that? So what you'll notice in this poorly filmed shot is that the bar is actually taking sort of a diagonal path from a little slightly below the chest to right above the shoulders. Importantly, the bar is not going straight up and down, and that all comes back to, again, first, traveling a shorter distance, and two, this actually puts your shoulders in a rather less compromising position. And we all gotta really love shoulder health these days. And again, what it looks like if we're wearing shorts, bar going in a slightly diagonal path, starting right above our shoulders and ending either at the nipples or slightly below. That kind of just depends on body habitus, and that's something we can talk about another time. And last but definitely important, we have leg drive. And this is something that's maybe hard to internalize at first, but it'll turn out to be really important. So, some theory behind leg drive first. The idea behind leg drive, or at least the way I like to think about it, is that by pushing these legs this way, that it actually helps keep your arch. And like we said earlier, by keeping your arch, we can then decrease the distance that the bar is going to have to travel. And so the common imagery that we use here is pretend like there was no friction between the bench and the floor. So then what would happen is that if you have good leg drive, this whole bar and person unit would just fly this way. Just again, what it looks like in a human. What he's doing here is just using his legs and just driving the whole bench body unit towards the wall. And the idea here is that if you were to come by and try to kick his legs, nothing would happen because his legs are so tight. And the same thing with this guy, leg drive, trying to push the bench towards the wall, but not letting the butt shoot up and keeping those legs tight. So let's just quickly wrap up what we learned. Remember that there are always three contact points: the upper trap with the bench, the butt to the bench, and the feet on the floor. That the bar does not travel in a straight path, but rather it's a little bit diagonal, and that again is just to decrease the amount of distance the bar needs to travel. And finally, that the bench press movement incorporates a lot of legs. Everybody wants to look like a Greek god, bench press like a Greek god, but nobody wants to use their legs. So if you use your legs, we can lift more, and again, we can impress more people. We know this was kind of a crash course on the bench press. If you would be interested in getting more in-depth commentary like these kind of videos, or if you have any comments or suggestions as to what we can do to improve this kind of content, we'd be really glad to hear from you guys. Please reach out and email brian.malikan@gmail.com. And as always, happy lifting.